Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dangeles, and welcome back to episode number 7 of the 2018 HGTV Dream Home Let's Build. Welcome back, everybody. So my plan for today is to do some more interior furnishing. I have a couple of updates to get to before we get started with the building. I've done a little bit of exterior, just starting to try to figure out the landscape, trying to clean things up a little bit. So I did a little bit over here, starting to put in a fence. And kind of just making sure that everything connects, so there's not any like random gaping holes in the land, because of everything here is basically floating, since this is the ground level for the 2015 home. And then over here in the front, I added in some more landscaping. We did this little tree with the acacia leaves and the acacia fences. I think it turned out actually pretty cool, and that's kind of like in the front of the house there. It definitely adds a lot, so pretty happy with that. I put in the fence. There is no fence here on the actual build, but it matches the fence from the other years. So I have the number in which, it represents the year. So we have 2018, and then down here we have 2015, 2016, 2017 over there. So just so everything's has some good continuity. And I gotta say, after working on this house for the last couple hours here, before getting ready to record this video, it's grown on me a lot. It really has. I wasn't really in love with this house. But for some reason today, when I got on, I'm like, this house, it's grown on me for some reason. And I like it a lot more now than I have previously. So, not really sure why. Maybe it's just because I've made more progress on it. But it's coming together a little bit more. But I don't know. It's just something about it. It's definitely, I definitely like it a lot more now than I had previously liked it. So, I have no idea why. And I have no idea why I'm even saying that. But just worth noting, I guess. So, a couple other things that I did. I fixed the garage and pretty much finished it up. So we'll slide in there real quick. This is the garage in here. And it's pretty basic garage. One of the issues is there's a lot of like paintings and stuff on the walls in this house. Like this house is just littered with paintings and artwork on the walls. Very hard to replicate that in Minecraft just because of first off, the 1x1 paintings in the city texture pack really aren't that great. So that's limiting me a little bit. And just the way paintings work in this game doesn't really fit when you use them in excess, I find. So I'm probably gonna, everything is here except for like that wall is basically covered in paintings, so we're not doing that essentially. But that is the garage, and today I want to work on the lower level. I'm gonna try to get as much done down here as possible, and this is gonna be the only episode that I work on the lower level. So whatever I don't get done today down here, I'm just gonna finish off camera. We already did this room on camera. This is one of the bedrooms. My plan is to work on the downstairs den as well as the cocktail lounge over here in front of this glass door. So that's my plan for this episode of furnishing. This is episode 7. Next episode I'll come back and probably do some landscaping. I'm shooting for 8 episodes, but I might have to do 9 or 10 just because we might not be done after next episode. So the quicker we get started here, the quicker we can get this get this wrapped up. So let me go ahead and grab some blocks here. I'm going to be using some, let's see, I'm thinking about some cyan concrete powder as well as some oak stairs, and I think some cyan carpet will work pretty good. So I'm going to build some couches here. I already took the liberty of placing the carpet. I'm using the cyan glass terracotta, and I'm also going to be adding another carpet over here. In fact, I'll probably just do that right now to get it out of the way. We're going to use the blue concrete for this, light blue concrete. And this is going to be the same, it's more of an area rug, and it's going to kind of cover this space here. And I want to make sure that it's 1 block away from the wall, a couple blocks away from the other carpet here, since there's kind of like 2 different sitting areas separating this downstairs den area of the house. So we're going to make sure that we cover that. And again, just like the garage, these walls are just covered in paintings on the actual build. So it's going to be a little tricky. It's going to be a little tricky. And remember, you guys can check out the full tour of this dream home on their website. And I'll put the link to that in the top of the description, as I have been doing on every episode. So you guys can kind of refresh your memories on what this house is supposed to be looking like. So we are going to add a TV on that wall. There is a TV there, so definitely want to add that. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit of a table underneath it here. Probably gonna make this about as wide as the TV. It's probably about 1.5 blocks tall in terms of like relatively speaking, but I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work. So I'm just going to not do that. I'm just going to make it 1 block tall. Also going to add a Dangeles anvil. On this table here, there's a big vase with a plant inside of it that kind of covers the TV. I'm going to do it a little differently. I think I'm going to do a Dangeles anvil. I think I'm going to do it in this corner, actually, just because I think it would be a better spot for it to kind of cover that space. And then there's going to be paintings on those walls as well that we're not going to add. All right, so the next thing we've got to do is add these couches. So these are going to be right up against the wall. I'm going to do some cyan powder, which is a block I've actually been loving recently. Really, really cool block. So we're just going to do some really simple couches, use some stairs, and also we're going to have to grab some slabs as well. And I can put the paintings away for a second. Put the cyan carpet on top of that. And there we go. I think I might even do... Yeah, let's do this as well. Doesn't really fit, but it might look a little bit better in Minecraft. And I'm always looking to take liberties on these builds. You know, just because it's hard to make things exactly the same as they are in real life. All right, so the next couch is going to be right here. And this one's going to be right on the edge of the carpet as opposed to being like outside of the carpet as we've done the first one. So that's fine. It gives us 2 spaces of walkway here behind that couch. So you can actually get behind that and walk through this hallway towards the other parts of the downstairs area. So we want to make sure that we leave space for that. We're going to place some cyan carpet. There we go. And in the middle here, I am going to do a little coffee table of dark oak wood. We're going to keep it real simple. Let's just do some upside down stairs and some slabs. And we definitely got to get some more light in here since it is quite dark. Can't see a thing. Deciding how exactly I want to do this in terms of how wide I want it to be. I think I actually might just make it 2 blocks, 2 by 2 instead of like 2 by 3 or 2 by 4. Keep it symmetrical inside the middle here. All right, we need some light. It is way too dark. There we go. All right, so we'll do that, and this needs to be a stair. There we go. All right, perfect. That'll do. And then I'm gonna do a flower pot with a daisy inside. Flower pot with the daisy. There we go. So that table is kind of like has 2 levels to it, and there's like a shelf underneath. I mean, we're not really worried about that in Minecraft since we can't really replicate those types of things. All right, cool. So that's good. And what I'm gonna do is actually put some lighting in the ceiling. I'm gonna go 2 blocks away from the edge of every corner. I place some lighting. You also may notice that I have what do I have here? I have what is this block? Light blue concrete powder as the walls here. So the walls in these rooms it's a super light shade of blue, like so light to the point where if the light is hitting it right, it looks like basically a white block. So I decided to go with the light blue concrete powder. I could easily go with just white concrete as the walls. I might do a mixture, but it's just one of those things where it's so faint there really isn't a block that represents it perfectly. Like it's somewhere in the middle of these 2 blocks. It's like a super light blue, like the lightest blue you'll ever see. All right, so that's why I'm just kind of mentioning that, because those walls are the way they are. And then there is a little trim of white at the bottom, which I decided to leave. So that's what we're working with here. And we have ourselves some nice ceiling lighting there to kind of fit that space. We have what looks like a little bench here that we can place. Like it's got a magazine on top of it. That's fine. And that's basically this side of the den. So now we have to do this side, which is actually pretty similar. It's also a sitting area. So for this side of the den, we're actually going to add some curtains. And I'm going to use some green concrete powder for this. And basically just take lines up on each edge of the window going all the way down the wall. We'll add some curtains in there. And also I could probably do some dark oak wood slabs. Run these across right here. Just to connect the curtains a little bit. And we have this lots of space here with these windows because they're not double stacked and they're panes. So definitely lots of space there. That works out pretty good for those. It's about as close as I can get. And then what else do I want to do with this? I'm thinking about... Actually, I just had a thought. What if I did something like this? What if I did a little trim of slabs right above these windows here? And then I put these dark oak wood slabs connecting the... Yeah, I think that actually, yeah, that's better. I like it better. We're going to do that instead. There we go. All right, so that'll be our shades. That works out really good. Good curtains. Okay, so now we have to do some more couches. We're going to do the same concept here with a different color. I'm going to go with some gray concrete powder. I'm going to go with some gray carpeting. And I'm going to go with some cobblestone as our, like, kind of bottom part of this. In fact, I'm not going to go with the cobblestone. I'm going to go with the acacia wood. Yeah, I think that's a little better. All right, so we're going to do right in front of this window. Actually, it's really more in front of like the space in between. So we'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then turn it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that in front of that space. Place a couple of acacia slabs and stairs. We'll put some carpet on top of that, and we'll put more acacia slabs here. And that will be our couch for that space. Okay. And also, we have to expand this carpet further. This is going to go down to 2 blocks away from the wall over here, and then run across. And one interesting thing about this this house is there's like an elliptical or something, some sort of exercise machine in the corner there in front of that window. I have no idea how I'm going to add that here. I don't even know if I will. All right, so we have that. And now we're going to do a couple of coffee tables. I'm going to use some black glass for this. And some carpet as well. We're going to get light gray carpet. So there's 2 of them. So I'm going to place one of them right here. And one of them right here. And we'll place some carpet on top. Okay. Over in the corner, we're going to have to add a lamp. So I'm going to use concrete and end rod. And I'm going to go like 3, 4 blocks tall. Actually, yeah, 3 blocks tall on the end rod, and then place that, and that'll be our lamp. All right. And then we have a blue, well, it's almost like a, it's hard to explain. It's kind of like a mural on the wall. So we can definitely add that. I'm going to do light blue concrete and blue concrete powder. All right, so I got rid of that little upside down stair there in the corner just so I can add this. We're going to do something like that. To get rid of this now, move that in 1 block. It's not a good spot for it. And we will, actually, this is not even the right spot for that anyway, so it's good that we have to move that over. There we go. So we have that on the wall there in front of that lamp. And then last thing we want to do is add a little chair here. So for this, I'm going to try to find what I'm looking for here in the inventory. So many things in this game now, huh? All right, and I'm gonna go grab some oak stairs. I think we'll do the trick. Some oak slabs as well. Here we go. Okay, and right in front of this, I'm just gonna do a little chair. Nice and simple. Right in front of that little wall extension. All right, cool. Next thing I have to do is get some paintings out. I'm gonna add one right here, and I want it to be the ender, or what's that thing called again? The wither? Yeah, there we go. The wither painting. That's perfect. All right, sweet. So we pretty much have this whole space figured out. Looking cool. Might even do a painting above this wall here since there is one. So we might as well add it. I can do that. There we go. That works. Kind of fits the theme a little bit. Okay. So now we have all these sitting areas here in this downstairs den. Look at this. This is looking cool. All right, sweet. So lastly, this exercise machine over here. I mean, I've done exercise machines before in Minecraft. I mean, I've done treadmills and I've done bench press. So I guess I could do a treadmill in this space. All right, guys, so I went ahead and finished up everything we needed to do in this room. I added in the treadmill over in that corner. Made a couple of adjustments to the Space Needle mural. You know, just to make it, it's super abstract, but just to make it as close as I could. And everything is pretty much ready to go in this room, looking good. So we're pretty much ready to move on over here to the cocktail lounge. This is basically like a kitchen, more or less. It's got a countertop over here up against that wall and some cabinets, and then basically just some sitting areas in the middle. So it should be pretty simple. So let's jump into it. I got to figure out what block I want to use for the cabinets. I'm leaning towards gray concrete powder. I think that might be the best choice. So that's what I'm going to go with. And what I'm going to do is just run some gray concrete powder straight across 2 levels. And then I would say coming in 2 blocks from here, I'm going to run it across there. And then we're going to have our countertop going all the way down there. Boom. So cabinets up top, countertop below. Should be good. I'm actually going to open that up. And I want to add a sink here if I can. I guess we'll use some stone brick for this. So I'll add a little sink there. I'm going to grab a tripwire hook for that. Place that there. We have ourselves a countertop. I'll even throw a flower pot in there somewhere. Let's do a little bluette, maybe 1 block away from the edge. There we go. Alright, cool. I'm also going to throw in some buttons. I'm going to do like 2 of these. 1 right there and 1 right there. Do 2 buttons like that. Alright, cool. So that's basically how that's going to work. One thing I do want to add is a little ventilation, if I can. I'm going to do that. There we go. Perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. Alright, sweet. And then there's kind of just like a little... those blocks are there by intention as well. Alright, so let's put some lighting in here as well. I want to do some ceiling lighting. I'm thinking like here and here will be solid spots. And then we can take one down right there and right here. I think it's like the right spots to line those up. Yep. Alright, cool. So we have some ceiling lighting so we can see what we're doing in here. And the rest of this is going to be some chairs and a coffee table in the middle. So I'm going to grab some of this stuff over here. And we're going to make these chairs. So we'll do the first one. I was thinking about even doing like a curved chair almost. Put it on the diagonal. Kind of like that. Failing miserably right now. Failing miserably. Something like that. No, that's not what I want. Like that. Do like a diagonal chair. I don't know if that's going to work or not. I just don't really like doing things on angles in Minecraft. I know it's like a thing that a lot of people do. I just never really liked it. Just like this game is just like, it's meant for, you know, just building in straight lines. So we have a couple of chairs here. We're going to do 2 of these. Like this. I'm going to place some carpet on top of that. We'll do some carpet. So we have 2 chairs there. That's great. And then we're going to do another one here. Same thing, just on a different angle. Like this. And then we're going to have our coffee table in the middle of that. And I think I might just do glass for this. And I can't even remember if you can place flower pots on top of glass. Can you or can you not? You can. Alright, cool. Couldn't remember that, but now we have busted that myth. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to place a couple of carpets on top of this table as well. Little magazines. Cool. And then the rest of this is basically just decorations on the wall with paintings and things like that. Can't really add that kind of stuff. However, there's a shelf over here that we can do. So we can add that in. And it's funny, there's some paintings on the shelf. They're not even hung up. So it's kind of, we can add the shelves. I don't know if I'm going to add the paintings. There's even like this this tree branch up against the wall in here. Maybe we could do that. I mean, I'm alright with trying to get as creative with it as possible. Maybe the jungle wood. There actually is like this little tree branch here. So maybe something like that could suffice for adding that. It's pretty abstract, but I'm alright with doing something like that. And I'm also alright with moving this over a block. That way it's not right up against the window. Like this. And then moving this down 1 block as well. Or even, let's just get rid of that one. We'll just leave that open like that. Alright, so that's what we got for this room. This is the cocktail lounge. Alright guys, so we have the cocktail lounge and we have the den finished. So pretty much half the downstairs, more than half the downstairs is done. I gotta just decorate this little hallway space here. As well as some bathrooms and some bedrooms. Just 1 more bedroom in here. I'm gonna do all this stuff off camera. And we'll have the downstairs finished. So next episode, guys, I'm going to do some landscaping and maybe a little bit more interior. Next episode will be episode 8. I am going to wrap up today's episode by finishing up this staircase here. So I'm just replacing all the walls with the light blue concrete powder. And I'm going to be adding in a railing running around the whole thing. So you don't fall off. That would be ideal. And I want to do the exact same concept as we did for the upstairs level, which has been finished. We did that 2 episodes ago. And basically, it's just going to be... actually, I'm going to do an addition to this. I'm going to add some brown carpet. But we're going to do glass panes, black glass panes, and Some brown carpet on top of that. I really like the way the staircase turned out, how it comes up into the second level. Thought it was a really cool way to do it. Alright, so we'll do the same thing over here. And I'm just going to run the glass panes all the way around. Just connect them all the way around on top of the blue blocks. And then we're going to place some carpet on top of this for the railing. Using some brown carpet for this. There's like a wooden trim on top of the railing, so that's why I'm using brown carpet. Since we don't have... pressure plates would be really weird. So there it is, guys. That is going to be our staircase connection to the upper level. So, if you wanted to go downstairs, nice and easy. Right in the middle of the house. Alright, guys, cool. So, obviously we have this whole upstairs, or mid-level, I guess, ground level to do. And this is going to be like the great room and the kitchen, and then some more bedrooms over there. So, we'll probably dedicate another episode to this space, just like we did for the downstairs. I might work on that next episode, but I think I'm going to do some landscaping instead. We'll see. I might just do all the landscaping off camera and maybe make the next episode, the final episode, where we'll just do these two rooms. So I haven't decided yet. I will let you guys know at the start of the next episode. But thank you guys for tuning in to part 7 of the HGTV Dream Home 2018 Let's Build. Sorry it's been taking me so long to get through this series. It's been like a week between every episode. I apologize for that. Normally I get these Let's Builds out a lot quicker, but been a little busy, so I'll try to get them out as quickly as I can. But we're getting pretty close to wrapping this house up. So, again, thanks for watching, everybody. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.